You guys might know this guy.
Hey, everybody. Welcome your American Idol season
Scotty
10
McCreery.
winner.
How you doing, bud? You have absolutely nothing to worry about right now.
Nothing to worry about.
No. Lauren didn't say anything about you at all.
Oh, I bet not.
Barely came up at all in conversation.
The room wasn't soundproof, by the way.
I heard my name a little bit, so let's see what.
Just a couple times, right?
Yeah.
I love you this big, man. What I mean, where were you the first time you heard that song on the radio?
On the radio, I was back home. I flew home the day after the finale to take an AP English test because I had to finish up for my high school. Yeah. And I told my dad, I said, Dad, when we get in Carolina, I want to drive home. And we forgot about it when we left the airport. So right when we got into my hometown, I said, Dad, pull over and let me drive. And it wasn't 10 seconds later, it came on the radio like that. And I was like, oh, we were freaking out. Oh, my goodness.
Were you cranking and singing along? Or like, shh, I want to hear this guy.
We were waking up the neighbors. Yeah. It was pretty fun.
Did you always have this deep a voice? I mean, were you like in preschool scaring the crap out of the other kids?
Nah, my mom said when I was about 12 or 13, it kind of just dropped off. And I didn't have to crack a lot. So that got me away from the bullying in middle school.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Especially on the phone, right?
Oh,
People
yeah.
would be like,
it's embarrassing.
Hey, make like you're my dad and tell.
Well, it's got to be tough to call.
I've done that.
Tough to call a girl though, because the girl's dad on the other line thinking some 60-year-old man's calling up to call. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, we were talking about Lauren's mom. Let's talk about your mom for a minute, Judy.
Yeah.
She had said that there's video footage of her saying that if you made it through to Hollywood, that Garner, North Carolina, would just erupt.
Yeah.
Tell us what the reception has been like.
Oh, the reception back home has been incredible. I mean, I went back. I get to go back every now and then. I've been home in my bed 6 days since February.
Oh,
so,
wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So when I get to go back, it's nice. But they treat me the same there. They still slap me around if I need it, and they treat me like the same old Scotty. It's a little different walking around and having to take pictures, but Mama's been great. She's been with me since day one, and
cool.
She was supposed to ride the boys' bus this year on tour, and we both kind of said no, she can ride the girls' bus, but she's been great.
That's
the same old Scotty who actually performed on the Grand Ole Opry. That's got to be an experience of a lifetime, right?
Yeah, and we got to play with the greats, Roy Clark and Josh Turner was there that night. It was supposed to be Randy, but I think he was sick or something. Charlie Pride was there, so. It was pretty incredible. That's something every country artist dreams of, so we got to do that pretty quick.
I got to ask you, I think you and Muss here have something in common.
Good looks?
Anyway, no, you guys tend to meet famous country artists in the men's room.
In the bathroom,
What's up with that?
Yeah. I had Tim McGraw.
Well, in Muss's case, he was,
Well, okay. The difference is going to be, the attorneys got involved with me meeting up with these guys.
But he ended up with a restraining order.
Yeah.
He probably didn't.
Yeah. Tim McGraw. It was one of those uncomfortable moments where I was just like, I couldn't resist. I'm like, hey, man, while we're standing there.
I saw you walk in the bathroom.
And I just said, hey, man, you were great in Friday Night Lights. And, what's he going to say? He's like, thanks. Could you go wash your hands quick and get out of here, please? Yeah.
Oh, well, I met Keith Urban. I met little Jimmy Dickens in the bathroom. So Keith was actually singing. It was at the CMT Awards, and I walked in, some guy was singing, and all these bathrooms were shut down, so there was only one open, and I was waiting on him, and he's in there singing, taking his jolly time, and out walks Keith Urban. So it was pretty fun.
So he sings in the bathroom.
Yeah, you know.
Now we know. And you also got to perform with Tim McGraw. By the way, you really held your own.
Oh, well, thank you.
That was a phenomenal performance.
Thank you.
It
We
really
actually
was.
watched the finale back on the bus last night, all the guys. So we
fun.
stayed up a little late. I'm a little tired this morning, but that was amazing singing with Tim. He was just a down to earth normal guy too. It wasn't like he was Mr. I'm Big Nashville guy. He was joking around with me. And
did he give you any advice?
Yeah, he would, when we were rehearsing, he was like, "Stomp your foot here a minute, just grab that note." But I mean, he was really just really keen on me just staying true to myself and not changing. He was a really good guy.
Do you ever feel like it's the little things, those little pieces of advice that really make the difference?
Oh, definitely.
Because obviously you know how to sing. You don't need someone to tell you how to sing.
Well, I mean, I still got a lot to learn. I'm just 17, but people give you the advice that you hear all the time, but it's the stuff that you really need to hear that really hits you home and brings you back down to earth.
Did anybody ever make you cry?
A couple times.
Did anybody make you cry?
A couple times.
Only Keith Urban because he was taking so much time.
Yeah, exactly. God, I never cried before until Idol. Idol was a crying time.
Well, speaking of Idol,
is that a country song? It needs to be.
Were you at all shocked at the support that you got from all the judges, being the fact that none of them really have a background in country music, but yet they were right with you the whole time? Were you shocked by that at all?
Yeah, it was pretty nice, I mean, all the judges this year had their own little cool thing about them, so it was great to see that they supported me and supported what I was doing. I got to say, though, Randy has a little country background because I did my research before I auditioned to kind of make him, butter him up a little bit.
I noticed
Randy,
that.
you produced an album with Travis Tritt before? And he was like, yeah, I have. So that'll make him feel good about himself.
That was smart.
Yeah,
That was very smart.
Had to go in there prepared.
So,
Right.
Okay, so you've been on tour. You guys been hanging out?
I know.
Yeah.
We're all like, don't let her hear.
Lauren answered, but what is the most annoying habit that she has? You're on tour. You guys been around each other a lot. What's the most annoying habit?
What did she say about me? Did you ask her this question?
We'll tell you right after your answer.
Right after mine.
Let's see how bad yours is first.
We'll see where you go. Because she's right there. We may all have to run.
We might all have to. Most annoying habit.
Little quirk, little something.
Little quirk. I'm trying to think.
Oh, if it's that hard, then she doesn't have any.
She's
perfect.
pretty good. Yeah.
I think you're right. He was sleeping through the whole time when all these quirks were going on.
She said I was sleeping?
She said you sleep all the time.
Well,
you're like narcoleptic.
Really? I get like 2 hours. What?
Hey, Rip Van Winkle, what's up with that?
I'm the last thing you see on the show. So, during the show, I've seen the show 50 times before. So, I just go on the bus and, take a quick nap and get rested up. But most annoying habit. Let's get back to that one. No, I'm just trying to think. But really, what'd she say about me? And then I'll answer.
No, she did say that you sleep all the time. And they're like half the time they don't even know if you're going to make it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, they are kind of looking for me. I go rogue a lot. I kind of go AWOL and don't tell them. But if you tell them, then you can't go. So why tell them?
You can. How am I going to get my own time if I tell you where I'm going?
Exactly.
I like the way you think.
What's more nerve-wracking for you? On stage, like when you do the American Idol tour, and you have all these, you have 19,000 people, or the actual American Idol stage?
At the very beginning, it differs. It's two different kinds of nerves for me. Because on the Idol stage in the show, you have 700 people in front of you, which is still a big audience. You're performing, but you're looking through a lens of 38 million people in the finale. So it's pretty crazy there. But I got to say, the first time I walked down the arena, my knees were shaking because you don't really play crowds like that a lot, especially when you're 17 and 16 like we are.
Yeah. That's pretty impressive.
It's insane.
You're making us all feel bad, by the way, because I haven't done anything. I'm 30, almost 39. I have accomplished nothing.
Same here.
You're the morning show.
I met Tim
I
McGraw.
got to talk to you, though.
I met Tim McGraw in the bathroom. That was
That's
big.
right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Stalked Tim McGraw in the bathroom.
You guys have any questions for Scotty at all?
Scotty, I have watched you from the very beginning, and I love your music, and I love the
thank you.
music that you sing with Lauren. My question is, your parents, have they become fast friends over this process as well?
Yeah, they've always been by my side even before this Idol process. But I think through this whole thing, we've gotten a lot closer because, especially with my mom, she's been with me since day one in Hollywood Week. And since I'm a minor, we've had to have the parent there with us, staying with us in the hotels and being with us on the road. So she's definitely been there from day one, and even doing the little things, making sure this is there for me or this is ready for me. But it's just nice to have somebody there we can go to and we can talk to. And even my dad, and my sister back home, I don't get to see them as much now because Ashley's working at the beach and he's paying the bills back home. But, I think as a family, we've just all gotten a lot closer through this whole thing.
Any other questions you guys got for Scotty? Uh-oh.
Here we go.
You never answered what my most annoying habit is.
Most annoying habit.
I had to answer this, boy. You're going to answer.
She talks a lot. But it's not a bad thing. It's not. She's a talker, and sometimes if I'm asleep, you just don't want to be talked to. That's all good.
That's what girls do.
That's very funny.
So it's all right.
I see a song in your future about that subject matter.
Yeah.
Just she talks
I'm
a lot.
sleeping. Don't talk to me. No. It's all good.